What's going on, my people? This is your host, Gmo, recording from the parking lots of the Now Arena. Usually I record my podcast from the suburbs of Chicago, but this time I'm recording from the Now Arena for a YouTube exclusive, and hopefully you try to enter this into my bonus feature for my podcast, which is under Riffs and Body Slams on all major podcasts. Also, hit the subscribe button for this channel, YouTube Plus, and follow my original channel, Riffs and Body Slams. So, in the meantime, as the traffic's kind of congested, I'm going to sit here and talk and give you the results right off the bat, hot off the press. So, of course, myself was inside of the building, on the ground, live on pay-per-view. It was a hot show. Started off with the pre-show really quick. Sammy Guevara and Tay Melo defeated Ortiz and Ruby Soho by pinfall. So, decent match. The show kicks off with Ruby Soho and Ortiz with a scooter or some kind of ATV and ran over Sammy Guevara. That kind of looked like a hurt there. So there you go, my friends. Sammy Guevara and Tay Melo retained the AAA World Mixed Tag Team Champion. All right, up next, Hook put his FTW on the line against Angelo Parker. Hook looked impressive. It was a quick match. It was a 3-minute, 55-minute match. Hook defeated Angelo Parker to retain the FTW champion. Up next, the AEW Atlantic champion went on the line, Pac. He ended up defeating Kip Sabian. All right, talk about Slobber Knocker, the final match of the 0-hour pre-show match. Eddie Kingston, he ended up facing Tomohiro Ishii, and as I mentioned, a slobber knocker type of match. Hard hitting, hard chop smacking, as you expect between these both men. And wow, what of a match. Eddie Kingston defeated Tomohiro Ishii. What a shocker right there for a lot of fans, but Eddie Kingston won it. All right, the pay-per-view kicks off with a casino battle royal match. And I tell you, man, this match was good until the very end. So, obviously, the Lucha Brothers were very impressive in the match. Andrade and his partner, Rush, was just, again, phenomenal. Dante Martin, again, another great guy in the match. Claudio Castagnoli, guy's a superstar. Match was hot. People were going nuts for this match. Sure enough, at the very end of the match, a bunch of guys, like at least 5 or 6 guys dressed with black ski masks and black shirts, look like a bunch of robbers about to rob a bank here, got in the ring and started attacking all the wrestlers, all the participants in this match. Sure enough, a mysterious person under the ski mask grabbed the casino chip. That's the purpose of this match, is whoever try to get the chip gets a title opportunity in the near future. Well, this mystery opponent, the mystery person, grabbed the chip. Sure enough, fans who know, there is a Joker card, a mystery opponent in this match, who was the last contestant. And this person came out in a devil mask. And fans want to know, who is this person? Well, this person got in the ring, took the chip, and declared as the unknown winner. And fans want to know, who is this guy in this mask who won this casino battle ladder match? So a lot of fans were a little disappointed at how the match ended. So stay tuned for this mask guy, because he'll make his appearance towards the end of the pay-per-view. Up next, the Trios champion, the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, versus Dark Order, Hangman Adam Page, Silvers, and Reynolds. Great match. In my opinion, one of the best matches of the night. And I tell you what, man, this match was just phenomenal. Got the fans up off their seats. Fans were just going wild, red hot. Both teams were very impressive. Dark Order, again, John Silvers, my opinion, was doing good. Johnny Hungry, John Silvers, same name. Guy was definitely a major part of the match. But Dark Order fell through and fell short. And the Elite defeated Dark Order to become their new debut trios champions. So congrats to the Bucks and Kenny Omega as the first ever trios champion. All right, up next, the women's match, Jade Cargill versus Athena. Again, it was a very quick match. Athena looks pretty good, but Jade Cargill, she proven again to dethrone Athena's plans to take the title away, and Jade Cargill still reigning TBS champion. Up next, Wardlow, FTR versus the Motor City Machine Gun and Jay Lethal. Great match. Great heel versus babyface match. Of course, Sanjay Dutt was wearing a goofy t-shirt to poke fun at the Dax Harwood's 8-year-old girl. That's his daughter. And apparently she came on stage, and then she went backstage, and the match got going. And I mean, the FTR is always phenomenal, like always. And Wardlow looks great, man. Wardlow was a star. And, of course, Motor City Machine Guns. Man, these guys been in the business for a long time. It's good to see these guys back in the ring. They still have it. And Jay Lethal, he is the man. But FTR Wardlow managed to defeat Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Gun. And Dax Harwood, 8 years old daughter, managed to come out and have a little fun in the ring by taking out Sanjay Dutt. So nice little happy moment. And congrats to Wardlow and FTR. All right, so up next, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks. It was a 5-minute match, and man, Ricky Starks looked like a star, but Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Ricky. A controversial upset here, folks. Ricky Starks lost to Powerhouse Hobbs at a 5-minute match. Glory Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland face the Acclaim, and this match was red hot. The crowd was going nuts. Come on, the fans' favorites are the Acclaim. Daddy-O with Mr. Billy Gunn. Man, the crowd was going insane, and this match was top-notch. And I tell you, man, the Acclaim were getting closer and closer and closer to defeating Swerve in Our Glory. But Swerve in Our Glory, they managed to defeat the Acclaim, and the Acclaim fell short. Face the Acclaim, and this match was red hot. The crowd was going nuts. Come on, the fans' favorites are the Acclaim. Daddy-O with Mr. Billy Gunn. Man, the crowd was going insane, and this match was top-notch. And I tell you, man, the Acclaim were getting closer and closer and closer to defeating Swerve in Our Glory. But Swerve in Our Glory, they managed to defeat the Acclaim, and the Acclaim fell short. Great match. Awesome match. All right, so the Fatal 4-Way Women's match. Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm, and Hikaru Shida. The Fatal 4-Way match. One of those women is going to become the new interim women's champion. Great match. Great women's match between all 4 women. It's going to be part of the match where Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter worked together as a team to take out Hikaru Shida and Toni Storm. But as the match got closer, Britt Baker slowly started tearing that relationship between her and Jamie Hayter. Eventually, Jamie Hayter was about to get the pin on, I believe, on Hikaru Shida. And, man, Britt Baker came in and pulled a ref from getting the 3 count and pretty much broke Jamie Hayter's dream to become the new interim women's champion. And Britt Baker tried to pin Jamie Hayter to win the match, and she fell short. But shortly enough, Toni Storm came in, and she is your new women's interim champion. So congrats to Toni Storm. Up next, Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. This match was a quick match. Why is that? Well, Luchasaurus came out right when Jungle Boy was making his entrance, and Luchasaurus, instead of joining forces with his own teammate, he took out Jungle Boy. Unbelievable. Chokeslammed him right on the stage, carried him all the way down to the ringside, and powerbombed him into this table. And eventually got Jungle Boy in the ring. Again, the match haven't started. So, again, being powerbombed on the stage and going through a table. Now he is in the ring, and the bell rings, and Christian Cage did a side effect and beat it. Jungle Boy 1, 2, 3. So, very crappy way to end Jungle Boy's night. All right, up next, Chris Jericho, the Lionheart versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. A great pro wrestling match. Jericho tried to get that old-fashioned Lionheart, moonsault style from back in early 1990s. He tried to bring back the old classic moves, the classic Walls of Jericho. Jericho looked pretty good. Danielson's always good. This is Smith. Him and his whole technician moves that Danielson has, just phenomenal. As always, Danielson looked great. But Danielson fell short due to cheating. What happened was Danielson and Jericho was about to go right on top. Was going to go right on top of the ref, and the ref turned her head back because she thought she was going to get crushed by both men. And Jericho managed to low blow backwards with his foot right on Danielson and help him to cheat and win the match. So the winner of the match, Chris Jericho. All right, up next, Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro versus the House of Black. Great match. I tell you, Sting looked great. At the age he's at, watching him do the Stinger Splash, try to spell it out, the Stinger Splash, and the iconic Scorpion Deathlock. Just great to see that live, and good to see Sting bringing out the classics in this match. And between him and Darby Allin, managed to pull a victory by defeating the House of Black, and Miro wasn't part of that little victory, so he kind of distanced himself from the team. But nonetheless, Sting and Darby and Miro defeated the House of Black. So, great match. All right, here we go, folks. The main event, CM Punk versus Jon Moxley. Big-time main event here, folks. This felt like the 90s in pro wrestling. The arena was 50-50. CM Punk, Jon Moxley, back and forth. This felt like a big-time match. Despite being a last-minute sort of deal here when it comes to storyline, but this still felt like a big-time match. And the crowd was hot. It felt great to be in this crowd and this building to feel it. Again, if you couldn't feel it on TV, feel it in person. It felt hot between both men. These guys tore each other apart right off the bat. CM Punk tried to do the GTS on Jon Moxley, but Jon Moxley managed to kick out of the two, and pretty much Moxley took control of this whole match, majority of it. Punk eventually was the first one to get busted open by blood, and yeah, man, this match was intense. Everybody was off their feet. Crowd was going nuts. As the ending got closer, CM Punk pulled out 2 GTS on Jon Moxley and defeated Jon Moxley to become the new AEW champion. Now remember, when the show started, the preview started, remember that masked man I mentioned who won the casino ladder match? Well, that masked man made his return back. This masked man was the devil you know, MJF. Wow, again, I put on my Twitter, one of the greatest work of all time. I mean, seriously, MJF, went out the same time as CM Punk, which was perfect. Because CM Punk hurt his foot. MJF, he did that one of the greatest promos on live television, and claimed that he was going to be out of AEW for quite a bit due to that promo, because the AEW, or actually TBS execs, were not happy with the filthy, mouthy language he had in the arena. He did live on television. And he was out for a couple months. And what a perfect way to make a return. Excellent work to Tony Khan and the boys and the crew. They execute this perfectly. And one of the greatest heels today in pro wrestling, MJF, returned. And he wants his vengeance, and he wants the title around his waist. So what a way to close out All Elite Wrestling All Out. Great pay-per-view. If you didn't watch on pay-per-view, highly suggest going watching it. The main event was great. The Swerve versus Acclaim, great tag team match, and the Trios match was just phenomenal. So, great pay-per-view all overall. Can't speak because how excited I am. Again, here I am recording in the Now Arena parking lot. This is a heck of a pay-per-view. Well worth the money. Good show. Sold out. The crowd was hot. Yeah, man. Again, hit the subscribe button on my YouTube page, You Riffs and Body Slam Plus. Follow my original page, Riffs and Body Slams, where I get my all videos for you're a fan of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal, and pro wrestling videos. If you're a fan of both, follow my original page. Follow me on my Twitter, Riffs and Body Slams, on Twitch. And follow all my podcasts on Riffs and Body Slams on all major podcasting outlets. All right, my friends, have a happy Labor Day weekend, and looking forward to speaking to you guys on my next podcast episode. Bye-bye, everybody.